Hey guys, welcome to another episode of NerdRant. Hey dudes, why are we talking like this today? Cause I'm a smoker. Oh yeah. I'm a choker. I've been and I'm a midnight for 30 years. I quit 3 times, it's real easy. And I'm Dr. Zombrain.
Yeah, I'm DJ, aka Junior Wolf, and we're gonna be talking about, the typical thing again.
Well, is it typical at this point for how much we stopped doing it?
I guess it's not as typical. I guess it's like, I don't know.
Because it was typical when we did three
in.
episodes. We did 3 episodes a season, and now we've done one the entire all of 2025.
That's fair. It's very fair. And on that note, I guess I feel like I should make some points here. I feel like for these episodes, because they're getting less frequent, and this could change if we get excited about things later, but I feel like...
Which probably won't be next season, but we'll talk about that.
Probably not. But for this episode at the very least, I think we should focus less on covering the additions, things that were added, things that left, things that happened, and more just things we want to talk about. So if there was something interesting, or if there was a feature that we liked. So the events,
if we want to talk about it, or... I'll always talk about FNCS and comp stuff, because the one person I talk to still very much is engaged with that. And there is some comp stuff I want to talk about that I think you might enjoy, because it's just fun comp stuff. It's not necessarily FNCS.
Yeah, so kind of
we're gonna be all over
old, theory episodes used to go. We're gonna talk about the stuff that really interests us and gets the conversation going, rather than trying to update the audience on what has happened.
That's fair.
Because
However,
I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you probably played the game.
Yeah. However, we still probably will at least do an update of the season. We'll probably still do 1 episode a season, talk about the new stuff, because I will still play it within that first week.
Yeah.
And we can talk about some new stuff, the new map. I still think we'll probably do that. But we might not separate that into 3 episodes with the gameplay and the map and the story. And
no. We'll probably just discuss our general
thoughts.
As much.
And especially if we're not doing one at the end of the season, because that's the other thing we used to do. We used to do one at the end of the season and the new season. We'll probably just do all that in 1 episode.
Yeah.
New season, new map, and then we'll talk about the end event or something.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if y'all hear keyboard clacking, that is me hopping on and cranking.
That better come out in the audio enhancer, or else I'm going to sue you.
Sue me or sue them?
Sue
That's
you.
Definitely a them problem. What did I do?
You're
keyboarding on Fortnite.
Podcasting.
Yeah, it's called I'm playing the game that we're talking about.
How dare you? I'm offended. Anyways, so we're talking about Fortnite, and I guess this season is a week and a half away from being over.
Which is really scary.
Yeah.
Because I still have 100 more words to get through.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to talk about what level I am right now. 68.
Well, okay, so technically, I'm 70-something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because after all the changes, I bought 20 at the beginning because I knew I was going to play a lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm done with the main pass, but I'm only level 70-something.
Yeah, I am 68
79
rewards through the pass, so...
Yeah, I'm 2 rewards in a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, this has probably been one of my least favorite passes we've gotten in a long time, so as long as I got the wolf skin out of it, I'm pretty much happy. I don't really
Which
care
I will
about the rest of
say,
them.
Obviously I'm not Junior Wolf, but I did really enjoy the wolf.
Yeah.
Actually, the 1 tournaments that I did play, I did use it. It's a clean skin, and I'm really excited that it had the super styles. So I definitely want to try to grind for them.
And real quick, while we're on the subject of the Battle Pass, I don't think we ever, because we haven't done an episode in a bit, mentioned the super styles for this season. So what are your thoughts on those real quick?
They're not the worst, they're not the best. But I don't mind it, the Ruby stuff. I'm going back to the lobby so I can see them.
Yeah, I feel like it's a more unique one. Obviously, it's not just our typical colors. They did kind of go with the blue, red, and rainbow again, which they always do, but it's in a unique way. It's kind of like a stone with the kind of
green
gold mendings.
Jared, marble, or not Jared. What?
Opal,
oh, no.
marble.
Because I read Joss and I had all my glasses on, and I just read all the words together. So marbled, green Joss. I read Jared somehow. Yeah, but crimson, definitely nice. A ruby, it's emerald ruby, and amethyst. but it's also like spacey, which is nice. But yeah, like I'm just looking at that last reward, and just that silver wolf with this purple robe is just such a good, nice color combo.
Yeah.
Let me quickly look at the wolf, because I want to see what the combos are for style-wise.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these super styles, but I like that they are unique. You know, it's not the typical thing again, so...
So here's another nice thing is, like, you know, you could have the white wolf with like the green or something, but I really like the midnight wolf with the red. Like, you can have like black and red. I love when they give you when the super styles aren't just those first colors, right? And you choose that, but like I can choose with the robe on and off. I can choose the brown, white, or like black wolf, all with the super styles, which is so much better. That automatically makes it better than a lot of previous ones, because I'm definitely not a fan of how that worked. Not a fan that it was with the pickle, but you know what you gonna do.
Yeah.
Outlaw Midas as well. How'd you feel about Outlaw Midas? Because he got like 3 pages of stuff, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Not my favorite version of Midas, and I don't like that Midas is so really not important to anything going on recently.
Well, yes and no. Yes, he is not important whatsoever, but also gold, which is like the entire season.
Yeah, but like, why does he still have like a ghost style here when he literally is no longer a spy? Dude's like,
or how he cut off his hand and his hand's back.
Yeah, that's just back. Is like, okay, cool. So we're disregarding all of the stuff that's part of this story, this creative director's story. Yeah. That's one that he came up with, like the Midas's hand being stolen by
Myths and Mortals. Oh yeah, I guess Kato Thorne.
Yeah,
I was gonna say in Myths and Mortals he lost it, like the others, because I have that one. Let me go to it real quick. I'm pretty sure it's gone in that style as well.
Yeah, but that's the same creative director, and he kind of directed this one too, and he's just has his hand back. So he's kind of disregarding his own lore there, which is not a great sign for anybody when they do that. So
yeah, no, I know. Yep, he just has a full gauntlet and like golden hand. Like it's gone.
Not great.
And it's back now, I guess.
So.
But yeah. Other than that, that's really it about the battle pass. Real quick, because I don't think we talked about it. How about season 3? Actually, no, we did talk about the season 3, didn't we? And I complained.
We did.
That they're all bad, and you're like, they're great. I'm like, they are great. There's just no battle pass skins.
Yeah.
I did finish the OG pass. How about you?
Let me see. I am 28 of 45 through.
Okay, and I finished the Lego pass.
Also, did you see they upped the level
music pass for 2?
For the music pass. Every 2 levels, you get a reward.
So I'm 24 out of 30. We got Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if we ever said that either. It's been a while. So we got Sabrina Carpenter.
Woohoo. What are your feelings on that?
She's Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know.
Miku
was better.
Okay, so you don't really care for Sabrina Carpenter?
No, she's not bad. It's just nothing special. Like it just like a general like I would almost say like the same realm with Snoop Dogg. Like she's just especially like right now, she's just a big person, but she's nothing special like Miku, which is like in a very old vocal weight or something like different. She's not really different.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
So that doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't mean it's bad. Good music, but I'm only gonna care other than Billie Eilish, which I did specifically like Billie Eilish, but it's even in the same realm as Billie Eilish. It's just a popular artist. It's nothing special. It's no, like Beethoven. Beethoven would be crazy.
She's one of those that's really just going to be boosting up Fortnite Festival as an entity rather than actually like adding stuff that the community is going to care about. Because pop music, that's always going to help. It's always going to draw more people in to play the game. But in the end, gamers are playing the game, and so adding stuff like Hatsune Miku is going to attract more gamers, and it's going to get a lot higher of a positive reception than somebody like Sabrina Carpenter will, because she's just not in the typical listening audience of the people playing Fortnite.
Yeah. So, not bad. Better than others, but it just doesn't have a wow factor to me, so I don't care that much. What else? Do you want to talk about the rocket racing?
You're funny.
Anyway, now that we had that conversation, how about Lego? Anything about Lego you want to update on?
Think. Brick Life got a few things added. Fortnite Odyssey got a new PC. I think that's really all there is.
Okay. So, anything else? Well, I guess, we were talking about skins, so let's talk about skins real quick. We got Adventure Time.
Yeah, Adventure Time. Interesting.
How'd you feel about that?
I like it and don't like it. I just, for reference, I have not seen Adventure Time, like literally any of it. I have seen memes. That is about it. So it's one of those ones where, like, as an outsider to the franchise, I'm like, okay, cool, we're getting a cartoon. Like, I think it more bodes well that we are getting a cartoon, because that means other cartoons have a chance of coming, and there are other cartoons I would love to see in Fortnite.
Well, not just cartoons. That's the big reason I want to talk about it. Not just cartoons, it's Cartoon Network. So we get Steven Universe, Ben 10, Warner Brothers, that type of stuff. And that just opens up the can of worms. We don't have a lot of Warner Brothers IP already, so the fact that we're getting any is already a good sign. So that's one of the big things. Obviously, Adventure Time, which I don't know about you, I feel like Adventure Time had a really positive reception. I didn't see as many people saying about Adventure Time, nobody asked for this, this is terrible, this is such a bad collab, yada yada, like Miku, like every festival skin. I feel like I didn't see that nearly as much with Adventure Time. I don't know about you. I feel like
Adventure Time, I feel like it's because it perfectly, like, right on the dot, hit the core audience of Fortnite, like the age level. Adventure Time is one of those things where most people that are playing Fortnite probably grew up with it, and so having it added, even if they have long forgotten about it and haven't watched it in ages, it's one of those things. It's like, oh yeah, I used to love that show as a kid, or I loved that show 2 years ago, or things like that. So I feel like it's a much more accurate, like, hit on the head in terms of collabs than, for example, what was it, RoboCop?
Dang, hold up. Oh, wait, you know what? This is sorted by season. Did I not get the Jake Bug one? Oh, that's rough. And it's gone now. I'm actually so well, because I bought the whole bundle, but then I wanted the glider, so I bought the glider, but I didn't get enough, and I didn't buy the emote. But no, like, that's what was the big thing. I do love Adventure Time. I bought all the skins. I love the fact we got Marceline and Finn in the game. But I'm just excited for the Warner Brothers. Like, Adventure Time is definitely one of my favorite ones. But again, like I said, just opens up the door for a lot of other series, whether they're mine or not. Ben 10, we kind of grew up with that, but I never really was too into it. I don't know about you, Ben 10.
Yeah, I know of it.
I didn't watch it. But compared to Adventure Time,
I love the aesthetic, but apart from that, it was never one that I really was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch it.
But that is definitely one of people's favorite childhood cartoons, easily. So the fact that this is just opening up the can of worms towards that just gets me excited for the community as well. Not just my stuff, but people. So, other than that, I think that was... Oh, we also got WWE, I guess.
Yeah, again, for some reason.
Oh, again? What, did we have it before?
We did. We had a WWE collab before. Don't ask me who they were, because I would not be able to tell you, but I know we had one before.
But I don't remember anyone else.
No, there were some before John Cena.
Maybe that was like Street Fighter or something.
No, it was WWE.
Oh, okay.
We also had
well, yeah, they brought the stuff back, and it's only John Cena.
It was the women's ones.
Oh! I'm not sexist, I promise.
Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair?
They were the only WWE ones other than John Cena?
Yeah. Okay. And now we have these ones.
These ones, like, I've definitely heard of The Undertaker, and I've never watched WWE. So, like, I'm just surprised that we got them before these guys. But okay.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Iron Man's back in the shop, I guess, too.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Ballistic got 2 new maps?
I did see it got a new mode as well.
Did it?
Well, it's not necessarily a new mode. It's... What is it? Test
think it
grounds.
did.
Test grounds.
Oh. It's just like explore the little maps and stuff.
Yeah, it's the new maps. Well, this is what replaced pubs. It's either ranked ballistic or it's test grounds. So test grounds is kind of pubs now.
Gotcha. But no, they added 2 new maps as well, so.
Yep, which is swag. I have no intention of playing it, but that's definitely cool. Love to see the updates for everything. Now let's just get 2 new maps for rocket racing.
Yeah, right? Have you seen anything about Reload?
Oh, I mean, I've been playing the new map.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I haven't played any of like the actual update itself, but can I just say the promotional campaign is so special?
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer?
Probably.
It's very interesting.
Let's see, is the trailer in game? What's this other chick? Thunderbolt? I guess we're getting Thunderbolts.
Yeah, we're getting the White Widow, and we are getting Winter Soldier.
W, I guess. Yeah. Let's see if I do. Hold up, where is it? This is so. I hate this UI so much. Okay, now play the trailer. Or is it gonna play? Okay, I'm watching it now. I can't hear it, but is it the
correct trailer?
I mean, it is for the new map.
The live action trailer?
Oh, there was a live action trailer?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no. Well, because I saw it was Reload and I already know the map. Like, I already know Chapter 2. I know all these guns.
There was a live
so I didn't really care
trailer,
about paying attention to it. Yeah, why would I pay attention to it? Like, why would I need to see when Chapter 2's coming back? I've been to Chapter 2 twice now.
No, it was Slurp. It was like Slurp juice. They had like the mom went to the store and bought the 2 kids, which are actually like 20-year-old adults, Slurp juice, and they drank it and started like, I don't know, blasting off, running around super fast. It was quite intriguing.
Okay, let's go to the Fortnite. Fuel Rush. I guess this is it. Oh, yep. Okay, we're watching this right now, chat.
Here we go. Live audio reaction. Let's see.
You know what? I don't like the fact that it's live action. Do you know why?
Why?
Do you remember the last live action trailer that we got?
No.
That completely debated us, and we thought it was gonna be so much more.
No.
Do you remember the live action trailer? Not trailer. They were the commercials for Paradise when everything was turning to chrome.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I remember you were telling me, or we were talking to each other because I was at a retreat with college. And I'm just watching these live action trailers. I'm like, why is the cereal turning to chrome? You remember that?
Yeah.
I
that
think
was
that's
so
the last
exciting. I missed that. Oh my word. That was such an exciting time. Even but
then it ended terribly. It ended terribly.
It did end terribly. We didn't even I don't
Fracture.
even think we were loving that current era though. Like in that moment, I don't think we were ecstatic about Fortnite.
I was.
I don't think we were.
I mean, okay. So I guess I should say I was compared to now, because
compared to now, yeah.
Well, I say that because that was season 2, which I didn't like. Zero, but I still didn't like that. But Chapter 3 was great, right? We had the Spider-Man season. Season 2 wasn't awful except for the builds. Well, Zero build, and it had tanks and jetpacks and rocket launchers and battle. That was wrecked part 1.
Yeah.
But then season 3 wasn't awful. It's just, I feel like for us specifically, we were so certain it was going to be that drought season, and then we partied.
Yeah.
But it wasn't awful. We definitely played a lot. Like, it definitely was fun.
Yeah, I remember the
and it was
zero
from
trees and
that.
stuff. That was fun.
Oh my gosh, yes! I love that biome so much.
Mm-hmm. Bro. I hate that we get so nostalgic about all of this.
JJ, do you also realize that's like 3 years ago?
Don't tell me that. Oh my word.
Anyway, about Reload. I will say, I think it's the worst map, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I like Oasis the most. And then I like the Chapter 1. My problem is, it's the fact that we just had this. Again, there's no Season 5, there's no Season 6, there's no, Alien, there is no Cubed. It's just Season 1. It's not even Season 2, which is fine, because that's what Remix was. But then, there's just nothing post-Season 1. It's very barren, which is just like the first Venture map. So I was really hoping for something.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's not bad. It is not bad at the least. It was a very enjoyable. I played it a lot. I got a few wins already as well. So it's definitely enjoyable. Slurpy Swamp. What was the middle one? I'm completely blanking on the middle one.
I don't know.
What the middle POI was.
I don't remember.
If I look through it, Slurp Swamp. That is Slurp Swamp. It's in the middle. Steamy Stacks is the edge one, which is also fun to be back at. That's why I was like, no, what's in the middle? Because Slurpy is, but no, because Steamy Stacks and Slurpy are different. Steamy Stacks is really fun to be at, but is already so toxic. Do you know why, JJ? Do you know what guns they brought back? There's one specific gun that sucks in Reload. Because it's toxic. The Red Eye. So when people are sitting on top of the Steamy Stack towers, it is so easy to get beamed out of the sky. When you have a Red Eye and you have that high ground, they're right above you and you just fry them. It's awful. But no, I also not bad. I'm just not a fan of first-person weapons, first-person scoped weapons and Reload because of that respawn mechanic. It's just super unbalanced. I do not think it's also small enough that I don't think we need them. The only other thing I want to mention about the loot pool is the Mammoth isn't here as well, and I feel like people have been enjoying the crap out of the fact that they've been giving us Mammoth stuff. Mammoth is back in Reload. Mammoth's in BR. We got an exotic and a mythic Mammoth. I think that's phenomenal. They are seeing that and acknowledging that the community loves that gun.
Yeah.
Anything else about Reload? That's really it. I know you said you haven't
really
played it. I didn't know if you saw anything else.
I think that's good.
One other thing, though, I do want to say that, again, just confuses me and annoys me is the fact that we got this. Why do I gotta wait 2.5 weeks to play the other maps? That should have been a weekend thing. A long weekend or something. Not over 2 weeks. Now I have to wait 2 weeks to play the other two maps before they're added back.
It's a little strange.
It should be a weekend thing to let people in, especially Easter, right? Give it up to us for Easter weekend. You have a 4 or 5 day weekend. And then give us the maps back. Not 2 weeks. Thank you.
I'm guessing they did it so that they can just wait until
so that way they can
next chapter next season where they can just upload the other maps again.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it should have just been a few day thing and then just give us the other ones back. But oh well.
That would require them to do a hot fix randomly off their schedule, and they would never do that.
No, they would have it set up in the first place.
No, this is epic.
Anyway, do you want to talk about gameplay of the main season then, I guess?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I think the most interesting part of this season so far is probably, and I know this sounds ironic with what I'm about to say after, but the story. Despite it being mangled and kind of all over the place, it does feel like, there's a cohesive thing going on here throughout the season, and things have been moving around the map. NPCs are like actively like fighting, and you can go and talk to them and learn about stuff. And even the quests, like it feels like they're actually trying to tell a story this season, rather than, you know, send you off and then next week, oh, guess what? Something happened that we didn't actually show. Guess we gotta fight this guy now.
You say that as we still have Shogun X on the island. That didn't change. And then also, for whatever reason, I guess Diego's bad now. And isn't he like the villain or something now? Or like he teamed up with the bad guy? I don't know.
So now I'm second guessing down here. Outlaw story. Where am I at?
It's definitely something. Well, while you
Daigo
do
and
that,
the Baron are determined to enter the spirit realm.
Spirit realm, great.
Yeah, I don't got much more than that.
Okay, well, things are happening. Anyway, let's talk about some guns. Let's talk about the Mammoth that we were just talking about. We got an exotic and we got a mythic. Have you used either or both?
I use a mythic.
Yeah? And how do you feel about the Mimith? Mimith. Yeah.
The Mimith.
Mythic Mammoth.
Love me some Mimiths.
Bro, this thing is disgusting. It does so much build damage. Like, and the fact that you have two of them, I 1v1 this one person to practice. We play for like 10 minutes and we just each trade, and it's disgusting because we get down to like 20 HP because it's so fast to scope in. Like, it is disgusting. But how do you feel about the exotic? Have you seen it at much?
No.
Okay, so do you know what the exotic does?
No.
It's explosive. So that's fun, right?
Yeah, that sounds like it's gonna cause a lot of chaos.
It does. It's great. That's the Mammoth. Let's see. I'm in this one creative app just to see all the different guns.
Clickety clackety.
AR. Yep. We got the Collateral. How do you feel with the Collateral?
I like it. I think it's good.
I don't know. I think it's just one of those cases where it feels like a reskin combat. Like, I don't know why we gotta get such different guns when Fortnite was like known for bringing back old stuff, and now we can never get anything old. We get like one or two old ones back. But I feel like that's what it feels like. It just feels like that. It just feels like really high fire rate, recoil, and stuff. However, I do want to talk about the exotic. Did you see the exotic one at this one?
Yes.
What does it do?
Isn't that the one that goes boom?
Boom? No.
Yeah. No? Oh, that was a different one. Okay, what does it do?
This one does not explode. This one shoots 3 at a time in a triangle.
Oh, I think we talked about that in the last episode.
We probably did, but I've just used it more, and it's fun.
Lovely.
So that's a fun one. That's just a really unique thing. And then we also got, what is this? This is, we got a Accelerant Hollow Twister, which just makes you shoot and run and reload faster. Looking through. I'm just so excited we got like exotics and stuff though. Now let's talk about shotguns. Outlaw shotgun. What do you think?
Tight.
It's dookie. It's so bad. It's just a worse. I'd rather have a double barrel. It's just a worse double barrel.
I don't know about that. It's not that bad.
I don't know. I definitely would take a double barrel any day of the week. But there's an even worse shotgun, JJ. The dumping palm.
Yeah.
What?
Not really a shotgun.
But it is a shotgun and an SMG. It's both, and it does not do either of them well. It does not do either of its jobs well.
Parts of both of the guns.
Yeah. Like, I will say, I don't know if I mentioned this, I am happy that there was a setting to swap the fire rate between the two. Like, if left is SMG or leftist shotgun, but like it just needs buffed. Like you can't break into builds. It just feels way too weak.
Yeah.
The other problem is we got the Sentinel still, and Sentinel's really good. I don't know how you feel about the Sentinel shotgun.
I think I remember liking it.
That's the one from last season. The problem is it just does such high build damage. Like it's really strong for builds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We also got the Infiltrator shotgun back. I remember I hated it in the season it was, and that's valid. But they did buff it significantly. Like it does feel much better now. I still think I'd take the Sentinel, especially for the build damage. But especially if you're playing something like Zero build, I think I'd take Infiltrator. Yeah. I think Infiltrator is good enough.
Love me some Infiltrators.
Let's see. I think that's it. Zappatron. Just kidding.
Yay, we got the Zappatron. Permanent edition, guys. It's going to be in the game forever now.
And this one creative map it is. Anyway, we got 2 sniper rifles. One is a heavy impact, and it just does a recon shot. And then the other one, if I can get it, is what's this one?
It's a 3-shot.
Oh,
right?
I think I mark it. Yeah, it's the Falcon. But I think if I hit them, it marks it.
Cool,
and then we also got a stink hunting rifle, which is crazy. Like the other side. Then what about? Have you used the kneecapper much?
No.
You haven't used the baseball bat? That's like the main mobility for the season.
Yeah, the baseball bat.
Oh,
I do not call it the kneecapper. I know
that
is
what
name,
it is.
But like, I have never once called it the kneecapper, and I don't think anybody I've talked to has referred to it as the kneecapper. We just call it the baseball bat. But yes, I have used the baseball bat a good bit.
All right, what do you think? Because I've started to use it way more for movement, and it's pretty fun. My only problem is it should only be movement, and once again, Fortnite cannot make a balanced melee weapon if they had a gun to their head.
Yeah, that was basically what I was gonna say. Is like it's a fantastic movement weapon, but that's really all it should be because, my goodness, I'm so tired of these
you get whacked,
broken melee weapons.
But the crazy thing is, this one I feel like is even worse because I could hear it. Like, I remember fighting this one guy, and he was charging up the bat around the tree. So instead of jumping left, I jumped back, and he missed. And I shot him with a legendary shotgun, and he died because he missed. But I'd rather just not risk it, especially if we're on an island or something, and someone just sitting there charging it up, and then you just get yeeted off. I'm like, great! What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Especially when you combine the fact that you could run around like a madman with a sticky launcher, which is still in game, and still has not been nerfed.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Did you see that they did try to nerf it, then everyone got mad?
I did not see that.
Because they took the max capacity down to 2 for extra rockets.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, that's so stupid. I'm like, I'll gladly take only having 3 rockets with like a normal RPG. Like, y'all don't need to be spamming this much.
Yeah.
But, I don't know why they then undid that and then did 0 nerfs to the weapon. Like it has been nerfed 0. It needs nerfed. It is so annoying. That is literally the reason I hop off every day. The moment me and my duo just died to, like, some sticky, like, pre-fire or just spamming from 3 teams on our boxes, I'm just like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got my levels for the day. I'm gonna hop off. Like, I'm gonna throw something next time I die to a sticky launcher.
Yeah.
But do you know what's also great with the kneecapper, JJ?
Mm-hmm.
How about the medallions? Have you used the medallions much?
I have used the medallions.
Alright, and you know the wolf one, right? The one that makes you run fast with the kneecapper and gold splash?
Very, very fun.
Oh my gosh. You just, like, I just run through people, especially because another AR that was added in, because for what? This was, like, the April Fool's Day? We got the twin mag in the Infiltrator. It was on April Fool's, but it's still in the game, so I don't know what that was.
Yep.
We also got the scoped burst, which is, again, buffed, but why would you take that over the other scoped SMG or the twin mag? Twin mag's back. It was nerfed by 1 damage. I'm still taking this. I would take a gray one over, like, a blue hollow twister. Like, just the 0 recoil you just absolutely fry people with. but then like you just run around like a maniac with a kneecapper with a medallion, and then you just fry people with this. It's insane. Or you pop them first with the myth. Like, you can do some crazy combos this season. So I've definitely been enjoying the loot pool, except the sticky. Remove sticky, perfect loot pool. Oh, and remove the melee weapon as a melee weapon. But
and
clearly,
just rename all the weapons
after,
to the weapons that they actually are, instead of coming up with new names and new skins for all of them.
That too. That would also be great. And then quickly, heals. Have you used the gold splash or the what's the other thing? The med mist spray that you throw down.
I've used both. I do not like the med mist bomb grenade thing.
Yeah, it is atrocious to look through.
Oh yeah, no, especially when I play on my Series X, right? And the TV I have right now is locked to 60, so I can't go 120 mode, which means I'm stuck in like those high graphics and everything. I can't do like the no lumens or whatever.
Well, I have that on, and I still can't see through it. Actually, I had Bruce's mythic minigun, and we'll talk about that in a second. And the guy threw it down, not to heal, because I didn't hit him. He used it as a smoke grenade. And, like, my teammate, who is on PC with, like, low graphics and low particles and everything, also struggled to see him. It's like, he's right there. It's like, I can't see him.
Yeah, no.
I'm on console. I cannot turn my particles down. I cannot see anything in the smoke.
And it is so bright too with the lumens on.
It is a bright
especially
green.
in daytime.
It
You
is a
throw it down, and
bright
it's like
green.
if your screen is anywhere like near this cloud, you are going to be blinded and not be able to like maneuver at all.
Yeah. I definitely think it needs to be toned down a notch. Anyway, how about the gold splash?
Gold splash is good. I like gold splash. It's like the spicy
I forget
splash.
if we mentioned it. Yeah, I forget if we mentioned it. It's just kind of interesting that it's taken so long to actually affect the pickaxe. No, we've never had like an item or do something to affect pickaxe. I guess the only thing I could think of is the wind boon from last season.
Yeah.
Where you ran faster with the pickaxe. But other than that, like, they've never done much. So it's really nice. You know, you throw that down, the splash, or you break one of the gold rocks, and you just can harvest really fast. Again, I know you don't do that kind of thing. But it's also really good in build fights. Like, you could easily, like, me and this one person, we were both swinging, and then, like, we were able to go through, like, 15 stairs and walls in, like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's really strong. But I think that's really it for the loot pool. We have some other mythics and, you know, exotics, but we kind of already talked all about that.
Yeah. We do need to make sure we have some time for the stuff that's coming as well.
Yeah.
Do we want to get to that?
I just kind of wanted to talk about the gameplay because, again, we've done like 3 episodes on this season by now. So there we go. I've now given my thoughts on all the gameplay stuff. Do you want to talk about any other gameplay stuff or like how do you feel about the vaults? I want to talk about the vaults real quick. If you've actually like done them.
Yeah,
because they're different. They were definitely different.
They've been cool. I like how many different kinds of vaults there are right now. Like, obviously, there's the normal vaults, there was the train vault, and then there's also the van vaults that are driving around. They're all pretty cool. I think that's the best part about them is that there are so many different kinds. It allows for a lot of different instances where you're going to be breaking in rather than just, oh yeah, you have to go to this exact location on the map and fight over it with all these other players.
Yeah, no, that was one of my least favorite parts about like the mythics before. However, I'm still confused by some of it because I swear these people land on a bunker and they get like a mythic Brutus minigun. And I'm like, how do you get that? Like, do you not need to like go open a vault or something? Like, how are you dropping with a mythic Brutus? Like, we've been playing this game for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, I've opened 1 chest. How? I don't know. I still don't understand how it fully works. But yeah, it's definitely been interesting. I'm excited about it. However, I don't know how you feel. Can they please, just like, I know it's not going to happen because it's just like balanced melee weapons, but can we lower the POI audio? Please? Like,
no.
Like, we've had how many volts and like sirens go off, and they still put it like max every time.
Yep, this goes all the way back to Sloan, the tiny little IO outposts. Remember
Sloan?
those?
Nah, this goes the whole way back to Midas OG. This goes the whole way back to This has been going on since Chapter 2, Season 2, my dude.
Do you remember all those tiny little IO outposts, and you go up to one, and you're just blasted with music?
Yes. Yeah, no. I don't know why we have to do this every time. Real quick, I guess we'll talk about comp, and then we can talk about this stuff coming forward. FNCS is going on. I haven't watched it, but I do plan on watching recaps, because I'm just very excited, because last season with the Void Mask and the Typhoon Blade, I just didn't really care for the meta, like, when it comes to movement, but with the Kneecapper and everything, and the medallions, I'm really excited to see what they do, especially with it being trios, which reminds me of medallions, though. There was one more medallion I wanted to ask you about. How did you feel about the Island one? Where when you heal, it gives you a shield bubble.
I don't think I've used that one personally, but I don't know. It doesn't look bad. Like, it definitely looks like it'd be pretty helpful.
You get a chug jug with it too, so every time you pop that chug jug, it works. And did you see the exotic chug jug?
Yeah.
I didn't realize, because my duo was like, you should get that. I'm like, I mean, it's just a slap. It also has 400. I didn't realize it had 400, which is insane. So you combine 400 charges of a chug jug with being able to like just instantly like be protected by all sides. It's pretty good. But no, the other comp thing I wanted to talk about was did you see we had a pro-am, or we're having a pro-am?
Are we?
Do you know what that is? Do you know what a pro-am is?
Is it the first half of the day AM that is more professional than the second half of the day?
It is not. It is pro players who partner with content creators. So it's
cool.
what Ninja and Marshmallow did.
Cool.
Back in the day. So we got one of those, which is fun. And I think it's Reload. So that's also interesting. So that's just like a fun thing. It's a bunch of content creators, but it's also funny seeing some of the content creators. For example, Courage JD is with Cold, who is with Peterbot. You know, Peterbot, we talk about him all the time. And he's constantly on Twitter, like, yo, Cold, you should, like, play with each other to practice and, like, warm up. And, like, you should follow me on Twitter. And Cold has not responded. But what's funny is Cold is one of those players that very rarely warms up in general. So it's not against Courage. He just doesn't play. Like, he just hops on and grinds, like, that day. And it's just so funny because it's like, who's going to tell him? Some of these combos, though, I'm looking forward to. We got Booga and Typical Gramer, which I think could be a pretty good one.
Love me a Gramer.
But here's the other fun part, JJ. It's a LAN tournament.
Oh.
So, at first, there was one duo that had a really good chance at winning, and that was Peterbot and Aussie Antics. Aussie Antics is the comp YouTuber that like goes over everything and talks all about the updates and stuff with Peterbot. But Aussie is Australian. So at first, I'm like, well, Aussie's going to be there to heal, and that's about it. But if they're going to be on the same ping, Aussie's not bad. And for how much you watch his comp, he definitely has a good comp mindset. So that is going to be a disgusting duo. Because he is going to know exactly what to do. And then, yeah, there's just some other ones. But no, that's just like a really fun thing to do. So I'm really looking forward to watching this. Because Reload with like a Pro-Am type thing, that could cause for some really funny moments between some of these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it for comp for now. Let's get into chapter 6. Season 3.
Woohoo! You excited for this
How do you feel about... Okay, first of all, how do you feel about saying that? Chapter 6, Season 3 is what we're going to.
It feels
this is
way too far.
This is update 39, like version, like Season 39. I remember seeing 7.0.
Yeah.
And we are now 30. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Anyway, how are we feeling about this season? Not excited. This might be the season to kill the trend of getting tier 100.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So this season's gonna be a Star Wars season. It's called Galactic Battle. We currently are in the first stage of build-up. The Death Star is in the sky, and it's gradually going to get closer to the island, and then we'll have Star Destroyers come in, and big Star Wars Battle Pass, Star Wars vehicles, stuff like that.
We also had the trailer 2 weeks before. Like the build-up has started. Like, we have the Death Star in game, but we've already had the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Teaser trailer, mind you. It's shorter than most of the trailers we get. Usually it's like a minute and a half. This is 30 seconds.
Powers. It's animated, right? Like, because, the one guy's using the Sith Lightning. Like, it's a proper thing. It's not like just a quick little...
And this was because Fortnite had a panel at the Japan Star Wars... It's basically a Star Wars con, like a big Star Wars event where they showed like pretty much everything that's upcoming for their shows, movies, big announcements, games. And Fortnite had their section in there, so they got to show off the season that's coming up.
Yeah. So, it's happening. There's one thing that can make or break this season. Because I'm not saying it is impossible for me to play this season.
Mm-hmm.
I want Star Wars powers. Give us the Chapter 4 mythic abilities, and I will play this season. Make it easy to get them. Right? Like, give us more and make it easy. I don't want to have to play, like, for 4th zone. Let me be able to land at a Star Wars POI and get one of these powers every game, and I will play. I'll play. But I don't know if they're going to do that, because we've already had a freaking Marvel season, which, like, has all these powers, and we got Captain America's shield and the War Machine arsenal. Like, I don't want, Mando's jetpack. Again, not that it's bad, but I want the cool stuff. Star Wars has cool stuff. Give us the cool stuff, or just don't give it to me.
I mean, we're definitely going to get a lot of stuff. I can confirm that much. But based on just this tiny little trailer, if we're taking all of it for face value, like what we see is what we're getting, then we're already getting 2 new vehicles, which I don't know how different they'll be from what we're getting. We're getting the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter.
X-Wing could be fun.
The X-Wing is going to be a 4-person vehicle. It's the X-Wing is like, it has guns, so most likely the driver will be able to shoot, and then the 3 people on top will have their guns as usual. And then the TIE Fighter is a 2-person vehicle, and the TIE Fighter also has guns, but I'm not sure if that's the route they're going to go with that. I'm assuming the X-Wing will be more of the combat vehicle, whereas the TIE Fighter will be more mobility, just because that tends to be how it is.
Also, I can't wait to use my Millennium Falcon glider in this season.
Right?
Screw y'all! You didn't play back in Chapter 2, Season 1.
But yeah, we're also obviously getting lightsabers back, but we do have a couple new ones that were shown. We have, why am I drawing a blank?
By the way, FYI, because I don't know if you said it, JJ does like Star Wars. Like, I don't like Star Wars. I haven't, like,
yes, I'm a huge Star Wars
I don't
person.
know much, but JJ does. Like, he does know all of it. Not all of it. Most of it.
I'm drawing such a blank. Oh my gosh. I'm
literally clearly he doesn't know who this guy
right
is.
Now. Mace Windu. There we go. Mace Windu. We're getting his lightsaber. He's the one with the purple lightsaber, which we have not had yet. So, it'll be interesting to see that.
Did we not have a purple in the beginning?
No, I'm fairly sure we have never had Mace Windu's, because he's not a skin in the game, and we only usually get
I mean, he might not have been a skin, but we got, like, we got Luke in Chapter 2, Season 1.
Yeah, but we got the main characters. Mace Windu is not one of the main, like, original trilogy characters.
Okay, now I'm interested. I'm not saying the skin's new, but we definitely had some random characters in the first one.
We're getting his lightsaber, and it's Darth Jar Jar is actually seen with a lightsaber that we have not seen yet, a new hilt. So
right
that'll
there.
also be new.
Mace Windu.
Really?
Yep, we had it.
Dang.
That was the first set.
That.
I'm like, we've definitely had purple.
But yeah, we're also getting a Fortnite, like, I don't know what to call these. A Fortnite meme version of the Wookiees. It's the Wookiee team leader.
Oh, the Cuddle team leader. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just Cuddle team leader, but make it look like Chewbacca.
Which is great.
Now, here's something I think you're going to like. We have a Mandalorian skin, presumably only one. That's kind of the running consensus. That will be fully customizable. So there are 2 shots in the trailer where you can see a Mandalorian, and he's wearing like different outfit in both of those shots, and it would be weird for them to put out like a bunch of different Mandalorian skins that aren't actually characters, because the one we see in the trailer, like the shot of the Mandalorian, is not a character. That's not somebody we see in the movies or shows or anything. So presumably this will be a skin that we get to customize. I don't know how far it'll go. It'll probably be kind of like
the original, where
those
you
of
just
you
kind of
who
do maybe a
played-
few colors or something.
Yeah. For those of you who got Mando's skin back in the Hunter season, his pieces of armor where you could unlock Beskar or Standard, I'm assuming it'll be kind of like that. So you'll get like shoulder pads, bracers, chest plate, leg guards, and helmet, and you'll be able to basically choose different versions of that.
W.
Yeah, so that
Definitely could
seems
be
like
nice. We'll see.
a cool skin. It could turn out awesome. He's also holding a sniper rifle. Of
I
some
just hope
sort.
we get. I hope we get Mando Sniper. That might be what it be.
Yeah, the thermal.
I just hope we get that, because I never got to use that.
Jetpacks are also coming back because they're all wearing
Yeah.
jetpacks there. So
That's another thing that I'm worried about, though, with this season. Not the sniper. Just like, I really hope the ARs. Like, I really hope we don't like lose like some ARs and they just give us the Star Wars guns, because they're kind of trash. So I really hope they don't take our ARs and give us 2 Star Wars ones, because that's going to be a really long
if they do,
season.
I imagine they would make some effort to buff them though, because the ones we've gotten so far
really
have
hope.
been in the interest of like energy weapons instead of ammo-based weapons, and they do
Well,
technically
not even
use
that,
ammo
the
in Star
infinite
Wars.
and energy. Like, infinite energy. Like, that's the thing. Because we have
They do
energy
technically
cells.
use ammo. Like energy cells are a thing in Star Wars as well, but
So maybe we just get those.
yeah,
We had
I'm thinking
bolts
there's a high
for
chance that
bows,
we
so
get
maybe
that
we
kind of
get
stuff.
energy. Or they just make it medium ammo.
Yeah. But there's another shot, the one specifically of Darth Jar Jar, that we see an Eevee skin. And this Eevee skin will have 2 styles. She will have a Jedi Apprentice style, and she will have a Sith style, which looks pretty cool, I'm not even gonna lie.
I was so
Any
confused what
thoughts
that
on that?
was. My freaking wallpaper just changed, and I was very confused what was happening.
Lovely. That's
And it
happening
is
to me
playing
too.
music. So,
But this is the part that you were saying earlier. Darth Jar Jar does use Force Lightning at the end of the trailer, which implies we will have the ability to use that power at the very least. I'm just hoping that's like an individual power and not something hooked to like his lightsaber that we have to get or something.
yeah. So, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's not necessarily that it's going to be that bad, but there is another fun thing that kind of confuses me about the season, and that is, JJ, what's happening every week? We're getting a new episode. Ooh, that's cool.
No, we're getting a new update.
No, it's episodes. That's what they're doing. They're doing the Roman numerals just like episodes, just like Star Wars. But like,
But that's the only reason they're doing the Roman numerals. It's not because they're episodes. It's just because they're updates. They're marking the updates with Roman numerals. It'll just be
Like
every
the
week we're getting
episodes.
a new piece of the story quests. So.
yeah, but and that's because we're leading up to week 5, which is also the end of the season.
Yes.
So it is a 1-month season.
Well, 1 month and 1 week.
Yeah.
Which
So, like-
it'll be interesting to see because we've had.
So I
a
guess
short
we're
season
finally
before.
breaking the 4-season chapter thing.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this all go. It'll be really cool to have like weekly serious updates though. Like that'll be really cool to have. Like every time you get on there'll be something new, which will be awesome. So I'm excited for
I mean,
that.
we kind of had that already though with Remix and OG.
we had it
Like
in
every
the,
week
like,
was
Remix and
'Cause-
OG are difficult though because
we got new
That's-
guns, we got map changes, and we had story quests. Like,
but a lot of
everything
times
was
they were
building
so
up.
minor. Like it wasn't that big of a change. These are being made out to be like we will get new quests, we will get new weapons. There will be
I
some
think the
serious
story,
changes, like the Star Destroyer
we'll see
bombardment.
about the
It's gonna
map.
blow up the map.
Yeah.
Mandalorian Rising. We're gonna have like NPCs all over, presumably. Force, it's going to be Jedi focused, Death Star sabotage. Who even knows what's going to happen there? That leads up.
That's
to
probably
the
gonna be the event.
where we're apparently
Destroy the Death
allegedly
Star.
going to blow up the Death Star, which will be absolutely crazy.
So we'll see. Because Because here's the other thing. Like, that does sound cool. I'm not saying that's bad. But this is Fortnite. Like, we've held them to standards like this before. And then we got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even if it's Star Wars, like, I'm still a little skeptical. Because, like, we'll see. Especially because Star Wars specifically, I feel like they have treated horribly. In the fact that we still don't have lightsaber pickaxes.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention. The Mace Windu hilt and the hilts that Hope and Darth Jar Jar are using at the end are not real hilts. So unless Star Wars themselves is coming up with original hilts, that implies that there is a possibility we will get our customizable lightsaber.
Which could be swag. But I definitely won't complain about that, but it's just the fact that we've had Fortnite, we've had Star Wars like 5 times now, and we still don't have that. It's only ever been one time that we had the mythic powers, and then they didn't come back last year. That's the other thing why I'm scared. Like, we literally had the cool mythic powers, and the following year, we got the crossbow. Did we even get lightsabers in Chapter 5?
I don't know if we did.
That's what I'm saying. Like we literally hold them to standards. Here is your Star Wars stuff that you have given us. Give it to us again. And they said no. So Star Wars, I feel like, has been done dirty the most out of any of these large ones. Like, DC had pretty consistent stuff with, like, Batman and stuff like that. Back in Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Marvel had their first Marvel season. And we've had and the anime has had crazy mythics. I feel like Star Wars has been done really dirty. So, like, even if this is cool, when we hold them to the standards that they've held themselves to Star Wars, I'm skeptical about how the season's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm hoping they handle this well, because if they do, it could be really awesome.
This could be really cool.
But
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And with that, we have 4 minutes, so that's really it. We don't know really too much, or, I mean, we might know more. I just haven't really paid attention at all, because I do not care enough. Because we have, like, 2 weeks. Like,
yeah.
When we get closer, okay, but, like, I got, like, a whole 100 levels I gotta grind for. I don't really care all that much about what's going on with Star Wars next season.
Okay, also, completely random. You probably wouldn't know this. So, you know the character Jar Jar Binks, right? You know a little bit about him?
Sure.
Talks weird. He's, like, kind of stupid and clumsy.
Okay. This is a good reminder to tell you I've only watched The Force Awakens. That's, like, the only Star Wars movie I've seen.
I mean, I kind of figured you've seen memes or something.
I generally, like, again, like, people would say, I'm currently online, and I forced it to anime.
Okay, well, he's a stupid, clumsy guy, not really capable of much evil. But the reason Darth Jar Jar became a thing is because people think, with all of the clumsy mistakes he makes in the shows and movies, there is no possible way that statistically any of them would be possible and him still be standing. So people think he is a Dark Lord who is secretly disguising his evil actions as clumsy mistakes. And a inappropriate Adult Swim series apparently took that and ran with it and created Darth Jar Jar, and then they used it in a Lego special for Disney Plus.
Was it Robot Chicken?
I don't know if it was Robot Chicken. I don't remember who it was.
Robot
but I remember that was the origin of it. And then Lego picked it up and used it in their Rebuild the Galaxy, which is like everything but backwards. And I guess now he's permeized
canon
in Fortnite now.
Coolio. Well, there's your daily Fortnite lore chat.
Woohoo!
And Star Wars
has
lore.
Made Darth Jar Jar a thing.
Anything else, or should we call it there?
I think we can call it there.
All right, well, if you guys want to see our thoughts on the Star Wars season in a few weeks, make sure you follow and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we upload another Fortnite episode.
Yeah,
and where can they go, JJ?
Medias. Go to that Instagram, and you can join our Discord, and
at
we
NerdRant
technically
Podcast,
have a
Instagram, Twitter,
Facebook,
Facebook.
But I don't know why any of our listeners would be on Facebook, because that's
what do you mean?
Kind of...
They literally are older. We've been over this. They absolutely are on Facebook. They are absolutely on Facebook.
Yeah, but how many kids are using their mom's or dad's Spotify account? Let's be completely honest here.
If the majority of our listeners are that, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say we might just have a lot of old people and grandparents trying to figure out what the hell their kids are into. Why would they pick us? Because they're idiots. Sorry. Guys, JJ, that's your question. How old are you? Are idiot or no? And with that, catch y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.